Thunder fans, Travis Alanis here, live in State College with Thunder manager Shawn Chacon. Their series win tonight after they came back down 4-3 in the ninth inning with 5-run ninth inning, get the win 8-4 over to State College. Spikes taking the series after a 6-2 win last night in Game 1. Tonight, it's Shawn, great fight in the team, as always, like we've been talking about. But had opportunity to score runs early, could not come through, but we talked about it right now before we went live on air. Came through to matter most, scoring 5 runs. Guys coming up clutch in the ninth inning to win a game.
Yeah, man. What a game, dude. Let me tell you. And honestly, a different kind of game than we've been used to because, you tend to get down early and then the guys go flat, right? And it's kind of one of those lets the air out of the balloon type of thing. And tonight, they fought. Jude Abadesa didn't have his best stuff tonight. And, honestly, that's normal for a pitcher. But he fought, he competed. He gave us what he could. And he kept it minimal. And I think that was obviously the key to the game because then we had the relievers come in and were lights out. And, Chris Billingsley Jr., was the surprise for me being his first time out. Spivey came in, shut it down, and he's a strong pitcher. We've seen him before. We know what he's capable of. But Chris Billingsley Jr., who we hadn't known, tell you what, man, he surprised a lot of people. And I think he might have made a name for himself tonight with just his stuff alone. Followed by Andrew Ronnie coming in and, bailing him out. And that's the theme, dude. Like, everybody was ready to pick up their teammate, and that was offense and pitching. So, we got a chance to start the younger guys tonight. Got some ABs, got them some experience. The one thing I will say is the older guys who, could argue that they should be playing, don't say a word. They take it, they use the time to support the younger guys on the team, give them advice on the bench. Everybody stays in the game, and honestly, that's why when they are able to have a chance to get back in the game in the end, that's why they are able to produce because, good people, good things happen for good people. And I'll reiterate it. This is probably, the most well-rounded, talented, experienced, respectful, group of guys that I've been around as far as baseball goes.
That's awesome. Love to hear that. I can see it showing on the field. Team coming together, getting these wins past 2 days. I had a 5-game skid. I come here to State College, get these first 2 wins. Really great job both games. Pitching Friday night really good. Bullpen. And then today, you got pitching and hitting coming through. Mm-hmm. Let's go to the ninth inning. Juju Stevenson's off for a 1 out, booming double off the wall. And then first and third, Evan Sullivan, guy came off the bench tonight. One of those guys fell behind 0-2 in the count. Fell off the pitch, took some balls. Nice base hit to the right side. We can say on Sully in that game time single.
Well, first of all, let me give credit. You mentioned it, the pitching. Again, I want to talk about how the job Bobby Jones has done, since last road trip. The focus from the pitchers, the intent from the pitchers, the commanding the zone. I mean, a lot of credit goes to Bobby as well as those guys for, just taking control and trying to get an identity for themselves as a pitcher. Fast forward to the ninth, Juju had been hitting balls on the button all night, and honestly all season. Yeah. And so he was getting a little frustrated, hitting line drives right at people. But that's one of the things you kind of remind young hitters. Well, that's your job. You keep hitting the ball hard, And I thought he had one. I thought he tied it up.
Close.
Ninth inning, and we go and we tell him, remind these guys you're an RBI, right? And I heard this from other hitters too, like you're professional hitters. John Nunnally, he'd say that to hitters. You're an RBI, step into the place. You just remind these kids to believe in themselves. So it was great to see Juju get on second.
You pitch ran?
What's that?
You pitch ran?
Yeah, well, so he's been nursing a little stiffness in his hip, right? And, John Schroeder was a guy we were going to use to hit anyway, so he was ready to go, and it just made sense. Ron Paradin, our third base hitting coach, came over and he's like, "Hey man, let's use Joe to run for Juju," and it just so happened to work out that way. But my toot of my own horn was Sullivan because I've seen him come off the bench and hit. I've seen him start and hit. But the way he approaches a game, the way he approaches batting practice, the way he is with every single thing he does, it makes sense why when the time comes, he's ready for the challenge. And he got an opportunity tonight, and he was clutch, and he made us coaches look, really good. The hitters, I give props to Ron Paradin. They've been doing it since game one. They've been consistent. Like I said, the maturity, the experience, Ron, what he does with them, they've been amazing. So you fast forward to Sully's big, hit, and then, the dagger, which was, Jacob Potternack coming to the plate and hitting the double and face clear double. That's what good teams do. They don't just get there and tie the game. They take the lead, and then they put the dagger in you with the extra when they have you down. So it's just nice to see the guys, do that. And, the staff, again, it wouldn't have done it without them, without the pitching staff. So, those guys played well tonight.
Yeah, love to see it. And now, again, get a series win. Now, coming in 5-8. We're going to do 4-8. These 2 wins now. Going for the series sweep tomorrow. Know who you're going to have on the mound tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll have a Wake Forest kid named, last name Areola. Just meeting this kid. He's been trying to come hang out and meet with us. Got a roster here somewhere. It's current. Let me tell you. Joe Areola, I believe out of Wake Forest, maybe. Anyway, he'll be starting tomorrow. He's going to throw a couple innings, but we're loaded in the bullpen. We got our game 1 relievers that are ready to go again, and then a couple guys, Clayton Johnson, Cooper McGrath, a couple other guys that haven't pitched and are waiting to pitch. So I'm excited, going into the off day. It's a great problem to have. Like, we got a surplus of pitching. So
cool. With Jaden Melendez, catcher, see a tough night for him in the start, but we can see on him moving forward.
I mean, listen, these guys understand. Like, you come in, you're getting your reps. It's tough, there's scouts in the stands, and you want to perform, you want to produce, but it's not easy. It's baseball. It's not easy to just come in and catch a game and go 3 for 3 or whatever. So gave him a little, couple, an A, B, or 2 last. I can't remember. Got him in the catch, and then give him the start today. With 3 catchers, that's kind of how we have to rotate. So tomorrow, it'll be Sullivan starting, and then we'll probably see John Schroeder late in the game, and then hopefully we can get Jaden a couple more at bats so he gets his feet, his legs, his eyes, his hands going. But he's a good kid, he's a good catcher, and he'll get it right. Gotcha,
awesome. Touch on Aaron Graber. We talked about him before, but I saw BP today, him just cranking balls out, have some raw power. They're coming up off the bench, booming double to the gap there, and add an insurance run. As a myself, left-handed hitter myself in my days, I love to see that. Just the strength, putting balls out.
Listen, I was calling everybody I knew to tell him about that BP that he took yesterday. So to me, yes.
Wish seen that one too.
You missed it. You saw today's BP, and it was good. It was good. It was a little small show, but yesterday was a display, man. And I'm telling you what, he hit a ball today, I think, over the dumpster out in right center.
He did.
But what happened?
I see him.
All right, bro.
Sorry.
I'll holler.
It's right. How you doing, brother? Good, man. Good battle, man.
Nice to meet you.
But he was hitting balls, into the stands up there and all over the place. And what's cool about that is he'd do that in any park in the world, in any stadium in the world. He'll put balls where big leaguers put balls. He's got that kind of pop, like, for real. He should get drafted. If nobody drafts him, they're fools. I'll say it out loud because his power is there. It'll always be there. Once he, gets to the next level and learns how to be a hitter, because it's in there. It's just like you saw tonight. He could go and try to lift and hit home runs, but he didn't. He stayed back, hit the ball opposite field, and hit a missile. In the gap.
And 105 off the bat.
Yeah. And so that right there just shows you the kid not only understands what he is, but he also knows how to get there, and he knows how to be a good hitter. So I expect him to develop too.
It's awesome. Appreciate your insight on Graber there, and insight on the whole game series so far on the team. As always, thank you, Shawn Chacon, manager of the Thunder. Again, Thunder with the win. Go to 6-8 on the season now. Back-to-back wins. Take the series here in State College. Going for the sweep tomorrow night, 6:35. First pitch here in State College. Thanks, Shawn.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Travis.